Hi all, I'm going to demonstrate how you can use RStudio Cloud with SSDforR. There are some subtle differences which I'll go over in this video. The nice thing about RStudio Cloud is that it'll work with any machine. There's no installation that is necessary on your local computer. All you need is access to the internet and a browser. Right now, as of this video's development, it is totally free. Starting in August 3rd, there will be some costs. There will still remain a free version, but you'll just be limited to 15 hours a month. So just keep that in mind. But it's a good alternative if you're having any difficulties getting R and RStudio installed on your home machine. So let's begin. The first thing is you have to go to the RStudio server by typing RStudio.com. Then you would go to Products and then click on RStudio Cloud. And I've already signed up, so I can go ahead and create what's called a project. You would have to, if this is the first time you're doing this, you would have to enter your email address and create a password. Then you'll see the tab to create a new project, which is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to create a new project by clicking on that tab, and it's creating a new project. It takes a minute to deploy it, and I guess your internet connection matters also. Okay, so here it is. Well, ready to go. So now I'm going to change the name of the project. I'm going to call it SSDforR by just clicking on it, and I'm going to type in SSDforR and now. So I'll just remember what the project is. So now to install a package, just go to Packages, and you would click in Install, and since you were installing SSDforR, you would type SSDforR and then click on Install. It'll take a second or two to invoke, and now I've found the package and it's ready to go. It'll take a minute or two, and then after the package is installed, I'll go ahead and discuss some of the subtle differences, or maybe not so subtle, between using SSDforR on your desktop with the desktop version of RStudio and R and the cloud version. But it's not going to be difficult to work them through. Okay, so now it's installed, and as you know, to get started with SSDforR, you need to load it. So I'm going to click on the checkbox next to SSDforR and get started. Okay, we're ready to rock and roll. One of the main differences is that since you're working on the cloud, you have to upload files you're going to be working with to your project. So the way you do that is simple. You would click on Files, and then you would click on Upload right here, and then you would get this message, and you would click on Choose a File, and you need, I have it right here, I went directly to where my files are on my desktop. But you basically, I'm on a Mac now, but it would be very similar. You'd have to navigate around and find the folder that has the files in it. So it could, for example, if you're downloading, you would have to download the file from Canvas onto your desktop, let's say, and then you would upload it from your desktop. So here I'm running my desktop. I have it in a folder called SSDforR, and so I'm going to upload the first file, one of the first files we'll be working with, which is the Jenny CSV file. And now it is right next, the name of the file is next to choose file, and I'm just going to click on OK, and it's uploaded. So here it is, right here. So now I'm ready to work with that file. So as you know, if you've gone through that video, you would click on loading a file and getting started with SSDforR. You would use the get CSV command to open a file. But now the file is on the cloud, and so I click on the Jenny database, and then over here I'm going to click on the SSD right here, and you can see there's a file. Next, I'm going to attach it, which is the next step. So I'm looking right here where it's telling me to attach SSD, and when you run commands, sometimes you'll get messages like this in SSDforR. Just be mindful of them. They'll remind you of the things you have to do to get things to work correctly. And notice that the SSD is all lowercase letters. So I'm going to do attach SSD. If you don't do that step, you'll get errors. So now the next issue that you have to deal with in using the cloud version is how to copy a graph, that you create in SSDforR to your Word file. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just do an A/B plot, which is I'm going to do a simple A/B plot of the baseline data of the Jenny database. And if you haven't gotten this far in the course, you could always come back here and refer to this video again in using the cloud version. So now I'm going to do yell. I'm going to do it on the yell behavior, which is here. So yell, comma, PL. And now, so I put in the behavior, the phase, putting in the x-axis, which would be the time unit, it's measured in days. And next I'm going to do the y-axis, which is the amount. And next I'm going to put in a title for Jenny. And somehow I deleted the close parentheses, and we're going to put that back. So here's my graph. So you on the desktop version, to get it into Word, you would click export. You're going to do the same thing here, and what you'll do is click and say click copy to clipboard, and then you would hold down the control key and right click it, and you get a message right here that says download image, and I'm going to click on that, and it's going to download into your browser, into your download directory. So here it is right here. It's going to end with PNG, and I had downloaded one earlier, So it's this one. This is the one that I just created. So I'm going to leave that open for a moment, and you're not going to be able to see this, but I'm going to open up my Word, and you'll see the Word on my. Now you'll see Word, right? Okay. So here's Word. I have a blank document, and what I'm going to do here is just drag it into my Word document, and there it is. So it's just drag and drop. If you have it in your, I'm going to clear that now. If you have it in your download folder, you could just drag it from your download folder by going into your downloads and then dragging the file into Word. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now the other issue is you'll probably want to copy from time to time output from the console. So if I do, for example, here I'm going to just run a simple command to get some descriptive statistics. AB descript, and so I'm going to do it on yell since we're sticking with that one, and PL, and hit enter. So now I have that graph. Now we could download that graph also, but let's see about what's in the console. So I'm just going to highlight what's in the console and come up here, click on edit. Oh, I lost it. Once I have it highlighted, I'm just going to right click it and click on copy. Then going into Word, back into Word, and so let's see, hit enter here, and I'll just do paste, and there it is. So very simple. That would be the same exact way you would do it in the desktop version. Now let's just go over that again. So here, going over doing the graph again. So I'm just going to export, copy the clipboard. I'm going to control right click, download the image. There it is, right? And I'm going to go back to Word, and I'm going to just drag it. I'll just drag it here, doesn't really matter. And there it is, right? I just wanted to also just demonstrate how you could drag it from your downloads folder. So I'm going to go to my downloads folder. You may not see me going there, but I'm going to go to my download folder, and there's my downloads. So here's the most current download I did, the box plot. So now here it is, and I'm just dragging the file into Word, and that's all that's to it. Okay, well that concludes this quick video on using RStudio Cloud.